Jurak Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Jurak Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the call. This is the Tonic Man coming to you live once again. We have been doing these calls live for many, many years, folks, and we do them in order to help you, in order to save a life. And tonight and last week, the calls are dedicated a little bit more towards you new folks that are maybe just on your very first bottle, maybe your first ounce, maybe your 24th ounce, maybe you've got something happening already, maybe not yet, but it will happen. When you get towards the end of the bottle, you will have the same thing happen that thousands, tens of thousands of people have had. Get this, since 1943, when my dad first began to commercialize this miraculous, wonderful, remarkable formula. And the reason that we are still on the conference call and the reason why people are still on their first bottle is because it flat out works. It has been working for all these years. That's the reason. So no matter who it is, if you try this, you get results. And it's dedicated also to another group who did find that out many years ago and then stopped drinking. And they stopped drinking mainly because they were feeling so good they thought maybe they did not need it any longer. Well, I can tell you, I've been drinking it now for, holy cow, 70 plus years. And I drink it so that I don't end up in a hospital. And so does one of our co-hosts, Lenny. He drinks it so he doesn't end up in a hospital. He's one of the people that had the most miraculous results known to mankind many years ago. And he knows that it did this for him. So he's going to continue on it. And our other co-host, Betty, is in the same category. She learned about this probably close to 30 years ago and is still drinking it. So there are a lot of people who continue to drink it, but there are many, many, many hundreds, maybe thousands of folks who stopped and now have found that they do need it again. And that's simply because the body is the body, and it breaks down no matter what we do. And you know, people that you do know who don't drink JC Tonic but have an exercise machine, go out running every day, go and play racquetball. I mean, they do anything and everything they can to stay in good shape. And still, they have trouble. So, if you take the JC, it's going to be that 1 ounce a day that'll keep the doctors away. And so we want everybody to pay attention, because if you read our email the other day, we covered some of the things that were covered on the call last week. And Betty enumerated a number of tips, what you should do in order to keep yourself, your friends, your family, your loved one, all your pals drinking this. At least that 1 ounce a day that'll keep the doctor away. And those tips everybody can use. They're not just for her or Lenny or myself. They're for everybody. Everybody can use the same method. And it really has something, well, no, it really has all to do with communication, staying in touch with folks. So tonight, Betty and Lenny are back, and they're going to cover this again because it is so important. And last week, Lenny had a guest, Peggy, who was one of those people that stopped drinking it and realizes that drinking it makes them feel so much better. And it doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have, how you are, or what age you are. It matters not. If you drink this on a regular basis, you feel better, you have more energy, you think better, you have better focus. Everything in the body just gets better and better. So we implore you, drink it for your good, for your children's good, for your parents' good. Get everybody on it and make sure that you follow up so they stay on it, so they stay well, and hopefully out of the hospital. I've said many, many times over many, many years, if every school child was to get an ounce of this a day when they got to school, probably in 40 years there'd be nobody in the hospitals. So on that note, I would like to reintroduce and reinvite our two wonderful seasoned ambassadors of health, Betty and Lenny, and I'm going to ask Betty, as Lenny said last week, ladies before gentlemen. We're old school here, folks, you know. We still think the ladies should come first. So, Betty, you're on, my dear.
Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, hi, everybody. As Anthony mentioned on last week's call, I spoke about some information that I tell people when I first introduce them to the tonic. So I typed out those notes this week, and I sent them off to head office. And, of course, everyone can use their own ideas on what to tell others regarding the JC Tonic. But you may want to use some of my suggestions as well. So once head office has reviewed my notes and made any changes or additions, they will send this information out to you on an email blast. And you can also expect to receive 2 flyers, one on the JC Tonic and one on the Helena Skin Rejuvenator. And these are flyers that you can use personally to send out to others. You can pass them along by whatever means you may like. You can add your own contact information. So once someone receives them, then you can contact them yourself, or just wait a day or so, you know, and see how you guys can get together and talk about the 2 products. So I've always found that these 2 flyers can be very beneficial, and it'll help you share our life-saving results on both the JC Tonic and the Helena Skin Rejuvenator. So when you contact these people for the JC Tonic, you can refer back to the notes we made on the JC Tonic and let people know all about the benefits of the tonic. Have them also go to your website if you are an ambassador of health, or to head office's website to read more, both on the JC Tonic and also on the Helena Skin Rejuvenator. Now, for the Helena Skin Rejuvenator, here is a suggestion you may like to use, and I think that it will really impact someone's life as well. Go on your last email blast and click on the orange SoundCloud button on the main page, and there you will find many audio tapes of our weekly conference calls we have done for probably the last 9 months or so. So, of course, they're all very interesting. But particularly for the Helena, if you go to the one from July the 12th, it's marked Dr. David Wood and Anthony talk about the Helena Skin Rejuvenator. So that's July 12th of this year. So if you listen to that tape, then you would send that out with the flyer on the Helena and send out a copy of this audio tape and have people listen to it, especially women, of course. Because anyone who hears this audio from Dr. Wood, I guarantee they'll throw out all their other very expensive skincare products and switch to Helena. So then you can offer your client the opportunity to purchase the Helena, either from yourself personally or from head office on your behalf. And right now, for a limited time only, Jurak World Wide is offering the special on the Helena Skin Rejuvenator. So that special would be 4 bottles of the 4-ounce samples for the very, very low price of $75 for all 4. So once your family and your friends and your clients listen to this tape and they want to order from you personally, you will want to have at least 4 bottles in your inventory so you can get them out to those people. Now, here comes the fun part. If you have ordered the 4 bottles at the $75 special, you could sell each bottle for $60 for a total of $240. Less the $75 you initially paid, your profit would be $165. So, with that $165 profit, you could personally order our special, which we have on right now till the end of November. I hope you're all following me. And you can purchase 3 bottles of our JC Tonic for only $150. So, a cost of only $50 per bottle. So now you have 3 bottles you can either use for yourself or someone you love whose health you want to improve. You may want to sell a bottle or 2 at the cost of $75.95, which is what they would pay if they were ordering directly from head office, and the additional profit for helping others with their health. You could also choose to order our second special of 6 bottles of the JC Tonic for only $270. So that lowers your cost as well, and each bottle then would only be $75. So sell any of those bottles for the $75.95 charge and earn an even larger product. Till the end of November, even your new clients can also enjoy these discounted prices on either the 3 or 6 bottles of the JC Tonic. And if they do order and give us your name as the reference, then you will earn a discount, and this will be deducted on your next purchase. On December 1st, the special will be over. So for 3 bottles, your total cost would be the original price of $195.95. And if you ordered 4 bottles, your total cost would be $240. Of course, less if you're an ambassador of health. If you ordered 6 bottles at a regular price, your cost would be $375.95. So you can see this is quite an amazing discount right now on the JC Tonic. And you can not only help others with their health, you can also introduce them to the tonic and also earn a nice extra income. So now, here is the more really good news that maybe many of you are not aware of. But if you should decide to go on our auto ship program, that would mean every month for at least the next 6 months, you're either committing to buying 3 bottles a month or the 6 bottles a month. You would then continue to get the special. So the 3 bottles again would be $150, or the 6 bottles would be only $270. And, looking at most of my clients that I have, most families do order at least 2 to 3 bottles a month on a regular basis. So it is a wise decision to save money each month and still receive your JC Tonic at the discounted pricing. I apologize for my dog. And once your clients are enjoying the JC Tonic, they too will want to get on the auto ship program and share this life-saving product. Please note, as far as the Helena special is concerned, this will only be running probably maybe till the end of the year or a little longer than that. So that will not apply to the auto-ship program. So, I ask you, who cannot afford to pay between either $1.45 a day or $1.60 a day for better health? Or do you just want to continue on this downward spiral where your health is concerned? And with everyone struggling at the moment, both with their financial issues and, of course, needing to improve their health and strengthening their immune system, and people want to look and feel better, so this really is a good time to act. So I hope maybe some of you will, join us in doing this. It would help so many people. People are struggling right now. And I know it's been very difficult for everyone. So I just like to wish all my very special American friends a happy Thanksgiving. And please know in these horrific times, I feel they'll soon be over and that God is holding us in his hands. So God bless America. Even though I'm a Canadian, I love all you guys. And Anthony, would you like me to sing now? Or
sing the Stars and Stripes. Or maybe Oh Canada.
God bless America.
Yeah. Betty, that was dynamite. I couldn't have said it better, and it's exactly what everyone needs to hear. Basically, everybody can drink free just by sharing a bit here and there. You don't even have to do a lot. I mean, just here and there. Imagine if you shared every day with people. Not only would you drink free, but you might have a nice little retirement income coming in. Because remember, no matter who it is, if you do the slightest amount of follow-up and keep in touch with people, 95% of everybody's going to stay on it. And that means as they stay on it, it's a repeat item. As you grow older and maybe retire from your present employment, you will have that income coming in. And as we get older, that income is going to be more and more important. And so, please, take note of what Betty said. Now, you'll hear it all again when we email this blast out next week. Take some notes and re-look at the calculations that she put forth, because they're real. And so let me get over to our pal Lenny, because he's been doing that for 20 years. Lenny?
Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate being on the call. I love telling people about JC Tonic, the skin rejuvenator, Helena. I use it. I'm a male. Most males think that skin rejuvenation is only for women. I'm going to tell you that's wrong belief. I want to look good, so I use the Helena. I've been using it for many years now. I tell you, my skin looks good. I'm almost 60 years old, and I still have people tell me they peg me like 45. I love that. When I hear somebody say, you're 40 or you're 40 or 45, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And they go, what do you mean? I go, well, I'm already a senior. And they're like, are you kidding me? I look good, folks, because I believe in these products. And I don't want to try to sell you on Helena or JC Tonic. But it is what it is, because the only way the company can stay afloat is if people purchase JC Tonic or Helena. And what I really love about this family is that Anthony's father, Carl Jurak, gave the product for free for many years. But it was so overwhelming because he could not keep up. He could not keep up with the people that wanted it. And he gave it for free for a long time until it was like, wow, I can't do this anymore. I can't afford to give this out. And you have to understand that. I mean, the company would go broke if they just gave it away for free. but they're giving it at a price that's reasonable, that's affordable, and it works. And that's why I'm here today. Since 1999, I'm still telling people about JC Tonic and the Helena Anti-Aging Rejuvenator, because I didn't get sold on it. It's because it works for me. And I've helped so many people over the years. And I've seen people's lives change. And people happy again who were really ill or just wanted to have more energy. I mean, I heard the stories. That's why I'm here. I want to help people, and I love helping people because, man, I tell you, I was one that suffered for many years, and I tried everything, and I even went broke trying everything. So I get it. I get it that some of you who maybe never had JC Tonic are like, oh no, they're just doing a sales pitch on me. I get that. I was probably one of the most skeptical persons ever. In fact, I got mad at my wife many times when she would try to throw some new potion on me. But when I start, when she told me about, hey, we got to try this stuff, I was like, oh, not again. I don't have no money. I'm unemployed. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I mean, the doctor bills are piling up. I was so overwhelmed. I kid you not. I wanted to die. I figure, what is life if you're feeling so horrible and you're broke and you're bringing your whole family down because, of illnesses? So JC Tonic was a godsend for me because it literally saved my life from being miserable and from being sick. And that's why I'm here today. After 20 years, I believe it is, I'm still telling people about JC Tonic. And I still take it. But tonight, I have a friend who heard about JC Tonic way back. And we actually had a radio show that was promoting JC Tonic. And her name is Judy Rich. And Judy was one of those who got good results. Stop taking it, because you think, I'm going to try something different. Because once you feel normalized, you think the tonic don't work anymore. And that's a big mistake. So I wanted to invite Judy Rich on the call to give her testimony. So Judy, are you there?
Yes, I am, Lenny.
Okay, Judy. I kind of introduced what happened, but tell the folks
I'll tell
why
you.
You got back on JC Tonic. What is it doing for you?
Well, I got back on it because in the first place, when I started taking it, I had a bad back, lower, my L5 on my spine was shifting and wasn't staying in place. And going to the chiropractor didn't help, and it would just shift right back. He put it in place, shift right back. So then when I got on the tonic back in 2001, it got better. Didn't hurt anymore. And for years I took the tonic, and I was very religious about it. And then I don't know what happened. Like you guys said a while ago, you think you're better, you think you don't need it anymore, or whatever. And I kind of quit taking it. And I just kind of forgot to take it, and then didn't take it. And so recently, I called Lenny because my back was I had a couple of problems here. That's one thing. I had been seeing Lenny from time to time to get the Helena facial cream, and I love that stuff. I've used it for years, and I absolutely love it. I don't like to tell my age, but I'm going to tell you all tonight. I'm 75, going on 76. I'll be 76 in January. This coming January, and I don't look it. People look at me and they say, "Oh, you're 50, maybe 55 at the most." No, I'm 75, going on 76. And I feel pretty good now. Now, when I start taking the tonic about 2 weeks ago again, I called Lenny and I said, Lenny, I'm back on the tonic. I had a couple of bottles here and I opened up one of them and just started taking it. And I said, my back was really bothering me and it was really hurting, and the sciatic nerve. And I told him, I said, I started taking this and it quit hurting. I'm so much better. And I was trying out starting on 2 ounces per day, which was kind of a mistake because I took it for about 5 days and all of a sudden I had a healing crisis come up. I hope all of you know what a healing crisis is. I can still remember them. And I woke up with a horrible headache and just felt awful. And I called him and he says, well, Judy, take your 1 ounce and put it in 16 ounces of water in your water bottle. Take it to work with you. I work a full-time job, by the way, 6 days a week. And so I started doing that, and it worked. I just put 1 ounce in that big bottle of water, and I just sipped on it all day long. And it worked just as well as taking it straight out. As a matter of fact, it worked better because I was constantly putting that back into my body, into my blood, every hour or so. And it worked really well. So if you know anybody that's having a problem just taking 1 ounce once a day or twice a day, tell them to do the water. Water it down in a glass, in a bottle of water, and distill, reverse osmosis water is the type I use. And just make sure it's clean water. And it works really good. And so I'm only taking 1 ounce, maybe 1.5 ounce now, and it works just as well as taking 2 straight ounces, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So my back is feeling a lot better. I will tell you, I have some ways to go. I just got started 2 weeks ago, but I called Lenny and told him after I'd been on it a few days, I said, my gosh, I feel so much better. But he's not the one who told me to get back on it totally. I saw the bottles and I thought, I got to do something else. The things I'm doing aren't working. And so that's where I got back. I just walked in the other room, picked up my bottle of tonic and took it in the kitchen, measured it out, and started taking it, and I started feeling better the very next day. So I've probably been off of it about 6-7 years, and I'm back on it every day. It has a little space. It has a little place in my kitchen, on my kitchen countertop, where it sits to remind me to take it every day. So,
Judy, I don't mean to laugh, but how long did you have those bottles hidden wherever you had them before you started drinking them?
One of them has a 2018 date on it. The other one, you had just gotten me to buy that not too long ago when I bought some Helena from you. And you said, oh, it doesn't, it's the new one out that doesn't have the sweetener in it. And I can't tell the difference. I like it just as well. It's fine. It's fine with me.
That's awesome, Judy.
I'm not a real picky person. I'm not afraid to take something. So.
That's good. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. Anytime. Thank you so very much for the tonic. I mean, I just don't think I feel, right without it anymore. So, oh dear, my dog's barking. Sorry.
That's okay, because, even pets drink the tonic. If you give it to your pets, folks, I'm telling you, your dog, cat, birds, or whatever will feel much better. And they don't need a whole ounce. They just need a little dropper. If you got an eyedropper, fill it up with the tonic and just put a little bit in their water. And I'll tell you, it'll make a huge difference for your pets.
Well, you heard the testimonials a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
One dog sounds like he was going to rip the phone off, but must be happy to getting his JC every day.
It's true. They love it. They love it. Folks,
well, I'll put it in my dog's water. This is Judy. I'll put it in my dog's water tomorrow morning. Okay?
That's good.
That's the easiest way to do it, and they don't even know it's there, and they'll drink and stay well and get well.
Right.
Absolutely. So, Anthony, I'll turn the call over, but if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them.
Well, Lenny, I think the point that you made with Judy is the most important point, and that's to stay with it. And somehow, if you do share it with other people, it seems that it doesn't cost anything. I don't think you've paid for any of yours that you've been drinking for 20 years, have you?
No, actually, I have not. For over 20 years, I basically make enough money just telling other people about it where it pays for mine. But I also teach others to do the same. So a lot of people are not paying for their tonic because they keep sharing it and they make enough money to recuperate to pay off whatever they put on their credit card. So
and somebody asked me the other day or a couple of months ago, well, if everybody does that, then soon, there won't be any people to contribute so you can drink for free. I said, well, look, I think there's about 7 billion people in the world, and even in this country, there's 40, 50 million people, and 349 million have never heard of JC Tonic. So there's no shortage of people. And unfortunately, in this country, everyone is ill. So that means you can help repair everybody. So it doesn't matter who you talk to. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the gender. It matters nothing. Everybody can use it, and everybody gets a benefit from it. That's the thing that my father managed to put together miraculously. However he did it, I don't know, but it just does that to anybody that has blood in them. So you're right, Lenny. Just talk it up a bit, and everybody on the call can be drinking free in a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, it's not like you're trying to sell vacuum cleaners. I know some people like me, I was really afraid. I was not a salesperson. I was like, I don't think I could do this. But I'll tell you, when I wanted to get my health back on track, and because I was broke, and I really didn't have a choice, but I did it in a pleasant way. I didn't, sound like the car salesman. I just, people recognize, like, Lenny, what are you doing? I go, what do you mean, what am I doing? He said, well, you look better. I go, really? I go, what are you taking? I would just say, well, I found some stuff, and, I'm taking it, and I feel better. And they're like, what kind of stuff? Tell me the name. They would get mad at me because I wouldn't just tell them what I was doing. They had to pull it out of me, because I didn't want to sell. I didn't want to sell people. I didn't want to sound like an infomercial. So they would have to actually drag it out of me, and I tell them, well, it's a tonic. It's called JC Tonic.
And that, Lenny, is the best part of this that you just said, that Judy has said, and that Betty, by the way, you have to go back a few emails. There's a picture of Betty. She's in her 60s as well. And, there is no way that you would ever give her that age looking at her picture. Just like Judy. People think she's 55. She's 75. Just like myself. I'm pushing 83 and I still get, 65 or sometimes less when I'm not tired, but it doesn't matter. We have all kinds of people who have been on the tonic for a number of years who look considerably younger. So that's the way to sell. If you're going to sell it, just look them in the eye, and when they see how young and youthful you are and energetic, they're going to ask. That's right. Well, Lenny, I appreciate you very much. And Betty, you did remember, everybody, go listen to the call. All those numbers are there. You don't have to calculate anything. Betty laid it all out for everyone to see. And please take advantage of it, because it looks like the way things are going, all our prices of all our ingredients have been going up and up and up. And this last year, we've had difficulty getting some materials. A lot of things are on back order. A lot of things are delayed. And, as people usually are in times of crisis, they put the prices up, So you pay the man or you don't get the ingredients, So that's what we've done, but we've managed to mitigate all that by doing more volume. The more volume we do, the easier it is for us to keep prices lower. And so get all those people in your family who are not drinking it yet to begin with, and then go for the rest, okay? Lenny and Betty, I appreciate you. Betty, let's have your last word, because we are going to forge ahead and next week have another call with another great guest, with another great JC Tonic miraculous story. And all the people that are listening, if you want to contribute to helping people, this is one way you can do it. Come on this call and give your success story and let folks know that maybe they suffer of what you did and they too can get results. And by the way, we have made an offer of one free bottle to be shipped in your next order if you come on and share your story. So come on down, as they say. Have a grand rest of the evening, and don't forget, take an ounce and feel the bounce.